My brothers and sisters, we gather on this great night to give thanks to God first and foremost for the gift of love He's given each of and every one of us in the person of His Son, Jesus Christ. In a very special way, we gather to give thanks to God for the gift of love He's given Megan and Tim, a gift they will give to each other tonight in our presence. Knowing that you love each other so much and that you bring joy to each other, the smiles on your faces and the joy that you show in your other relationships as well is fed by the relationship you have with one another. You will teach each other throughout your marriage, and you will ensure for one another the blessings of your presence together. Because together, you are a great force. And our world needs that kind of force. A force of love. A force that makes a difference. That speaks volumes and that preaches, really, of the goodness of God. That God is good to make someone so beautiful for the other. And that's what we celebrate, really, tonight in this sacrament.
Megan's never settled, and she's always had high aspirations and goals, and she's achieving every single one of them. And there's no exception with Tim. She's never settled, and she looked for her Prince Charming, and we found him, and we're very, very lucky. Although we have found our Prince Charming for Megan, she's met a few frogs along the way. And Tim, don't worry. I've done my job as big sister to push those frogs away. Sometimes literally. However, I knew when I met Tim that I would never have to do that to him. He's always been such a gentleman and takes good care of her. I think Tim's the perfect match for Megan.
Tim, for the first time, approaching me, being like, hey, what do you think about this girl? I think I'm getting pretty serious. I really like her, and I was just like, I just gave him the 100% green light. I mean, from the very beginning. Megan, obviously, I'm so glad to welcome you into our family. I couldn't be more lucky with an extra sister to have.
When I first met Tim, he was super quiet, pretty reserved, and I thought, man, I don't think this guy's going to be able to hang with our crazy crew. It's just not going to happen. And he just kept showing up and coming back and at this family dinner and that, and I thought, well, we haven't scared him off yet, so I guess we might keep him around. Actually, one of the first times that Tim came to Enid was to go to a wedding with Megan, and he ended up staying at my house while they were in town. And I thought, if Tim's going to be in Enid at a wedding, he needs to put his party pants on. So I pulled out the beer bong, and in the kitchen, just Tim and I was making him do beer bongs before we went. And he did it like a champ, and I was so impressed. I was like, okay, Tim's the trooper for sure. He can hang. He can definitely hang.
Tim was just a great role model growing up, and he still is to this day. I couldn't have followed, a better example as an older brother, and I'm so happy to be up here, and the best man in his wedding, and I hope that he's here one day with me, right behind my side. So, Tim's always been the big brother to me, and this is kind of special to me because this is the first time that I get to stand by his side and have his back,
But it's a very special time for me and our family as we joined together, and I met Tim, and as I thought of a young man I'd want my daughter to marry, I thought of Tim Kelly.
behalf of Tim and Megan and their families, I want to welcome all of you here tonight and thank you for your presence as we rejoice with them in celebrating the gift of God's love in holy matrimony. The gift of self in this sacrament is really ministered by the husband and wife, the couple, not the priest, not the witnesses, and not the family, but husband and wife. You've chosen to come here. In fact, God has chosen you for each other to come here today and to pledge your love to one another. And so it's our privilege, really, as family and friends and church, to be with you. Thank you for this opportunity to share in this day. My dear friends, Tim and Megan, you've come together tonight in this church so that the Lord may seal and strengthen your love in the presence of the church's minister and this community of your family and friends. Tim and Megan, have you come here freely and without reservation to give yourselves to each other in marriage?
I have.
Will you love and honor each other as man and wife for the rest of your lives?
We will.
Will you accept children lovingly from God and bring them up according to the law of Christ and His church?
We will.
Since it is your intention to enter into marriage, turn towards one another. Joining your hands, declare your consent before God and His church. I, Tim,
I, Tim,
take you, Megan,
take you, Megan,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
I promise to be true to you
I promise to be true to you
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I will love you
I will love you
and honor you
and honor
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
I, Megan,
I, Megan,
take you, Tim,
take you, Tim,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
I promise to be true to you
I promise to be true to you
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I will love you
I will love you
and honor you
and honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
It's a privilege, pleasure for me now to present to you all for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Tim Kelly.
Megan, I've been so proud of her. She's been so talented her entire life, and everything she does, she just excels at it. She's great. Actually, when we were kids, I worked really hard in gymnastics class to learn about handspring. And I worked and I worked and I worked, and I finally got it. And I remember coming home, and I went out to the front yard to show my dad because I was so excited, and I finally did it. You know what little Megan did? Never been to gymnastics before, and she walked right out in the yard and did the damn thing.
I'm a little bit confused and taken back when Tim asked me to come up here and give a toast just now because I thought he said roast earlier. So I didn't actually plan the same kind of speech. So Tim was an older brother to me, obviously, and saying that I looked up to him is kind of obvious because he's about 2 heads taller. 2 of his heads, which is saying something. Because I actually knew Megan well before Tim had any idea he was going to marry this girl. And speaking of beer bongs, I do remember specifically Megan sending me a text at one point, and I believe it said, "Hey, can I have your loser brother's phone number?" I have a couple brothers, but I knew exactly whose number she was talking about.
But for everybody, friends, family, thank you very much, and congratulations, Tim and me.
Congratulations to you guys both. To several years of happily ever after or whatever.
Tim, I'm very lucky that the good Lord blessed me with my best friend, who happened to be my sister. I'm just so thankful that she's got her best friend to spend the rest of her life with. If you all join me, raise your glasses, please, to Tim and Megan.